So next up, let's create a payment screen. So I'm going to right click on this one, guides, copy guides. So same as all of the other ones, you can hit paste guides. And what we need at the top is just a back arrow. So we can select this one from right here. You can zoom in a bit closer if you cannot hit it. Control C, Control V right here, which is going to be the only option to go back to this screen, and you can abort by going to menu from this screen and going to home or whichever other screen it's offered. I'm going to copy these two, so Control C, Control V right here. Right here I'm going to write in payment, and on this one I'm simply going to write in credit card, and I'm going to move it down below. So it's going to be in this same line, and it's going to be 40 pixels down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the right line, we're going to write in edit. So Control D, edit. And because our credit card will just go below this, right here, if they click edit, they will have the option to change the credit card and to move around some information. And if the credit card has expired, they can add a new one, or they can change the CVC code and something like that. So that's going to be our option. And now we're going to design the credit card just below that and PayPal option below that. So let's create a rectangle, and it's going to be 335, same like all of the other ones, but with 180. And we're going to change the color to this darker color. Use corner radius of 5, same like we did for all of the other ones. Let's jump into our layers panel, and I'm going to name this card BG, like so. Simply like that. And I'm going to move it, let's say 20 pixels down. So 1, 2. And we're going to select this two, Control C, Control V, and place them right here. Jump back and use white because all of our text is going to be white inside. So I'm going to position it like so, and as well we're going to jump in, select our Visa logo, Control C, jump right in and hit Control V on the card, jump in, and maybe we can leave it as it is. So Shift 1, 2 down, 1, 2 to the right. And what we want to do is reposition some of these. So for this one, we're going to use some stars. So what this is going to do is create a simulation that there are numbers behind these stars. Same thing like you do on all of the other cards when you're buying stuff online. So I'm going to create 4 stars, and then simply hit space, for example, 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5. And then I can do the selection right here, Control C, right arrow, Control V, and finally for this last one, let's use, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say. So this is going to simulate the number of our card. Next up, Control D, duplicate the same text, double click, and type in card holder name, like so. And let's just imagine the name is John Doe, let's say. It's really easy and simple to remember. We're going to select all of these and make them align left. And one more time, so Shift 1, 2. And don't worry about the positions. Maybe we can change them right now. So 10 pixels. And 20 pixels from the bottom, so 1, 2, and you can position this, for example, right here, so you can see something around here is going to be in the middle. You can be precise if you want, but let's not bog down with details. So select these two, Control D, and I'm going to place them right here. So this is going to write in expiry date, and below that we are going to write in date. So let's say 2nd month of 2025, let's say something like that. Make some spacing, make it nice and clear. 20 pixels from the right, and that's it. We have created our Visa credit card. If you want, of course, you can change the color of this card. You can add a drop shadow to make it a bit more appealing, but for this stage of our process, let's just leave it as it is. I'm really happy how this turned out, and now let's quickly organize some of these details. So these will go just below the name. So card holder name would go up, expiry date like so, card BG, and Control G. This is going to be our credit card, like so. Next up, we have to create the same thing but for the PayPal. So let's choose these two, Control D, and position them just right here. So 1, 2, 20 pixels. Control D on the card to duplicate it. Make sure your 20 pixels so exactly the same right here. We don't need an expiry date because PayPal doesn't have it. So we're going to delete these two. And instead of the Visa card, we are going to replace it with the PayPal logo. So locate the PayPal logo right here, select it, Control C, jump right here, click on the Visa, delete, Control V, and make sure you position it in exactly the same location as you did with the Visa logo. So shift to the right 20, to the bottom 20, and that's it. Basically, you have completed your PayPal look. Let's quickly change the color to differentiate them a bit, and let's use maybe this for the PayPal logo, and I like how that looks like. So we're going to write in PayPal right here, like so. And next up, we're going to duplicate this button, Control C, Control V right here, and type in make a payment. So we're going to leave this in, make a payment, and that's basically it. We have created our screen. Let's just quickly move some of these layers around. So status bar will go at the top. We have back arrow just below. We have payment. Here it is. We have credit card and edit, which will go just below payment, credit card above. So we have a credit card, and then we have this text, which should write in PayPal, like so, and edit just below. We have PayPal, and finally we have the button. In the next video, we're going to design a store location screen where we are going to include a map and some basic functions below. So I'll see you there.